Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It is good to be here again with all of you. So, thank you for watching. And this is Onika with Inspire by Onika. And today I'm talking about criticism and praise. Okay. What's your take on criticism and praise? So, criticism, first of all, we all know that everyone is a critic. Okay. Everyone's a critic. Okay. We all have an opinion about something. That's just how it goes. Okay. You can't avoid it. Okay, everyone has an opinion. Okay, so no matter, doesn't matter who you are, where you live, what car you drive, none of that matters. Okay, everyone is a critic. Just remember that. So when you are out there and you're doing your creative pursuits and you're trying to craft things and make things into what is right for you, you're trying to convey a message, you're trying to help people, whatever it is that you do, if it's something in the arts, whether you're a singer or whatever. Everyone is a critic. Just remember that. Just accept it. There's no running from that. You can't go and hide from that. Okay, everyone's a critic. Okay, so just remember that. Now, criticism comes in many forms, so just use it. Use it to your advantage because if you receive harsh criticism, that means that, for one, when you receive that harsh criticism, receive it, right? But don't, give it a room in your house. Don't let it get in your head. Don't let it, stay at the table with you. Don't do that. Okay, receive it, think about it, and just think about whatever that harsh criticism is. Just think back, like, okay, well, is there something I could have done different? I'll give you an example. So let's say you are a singer, for example, and someone's criticizing you saying, oh, well, you sound horrible. You don't have any range. Your pitch is off. You just don't sound good. Just receive that. Don't get angry, don't get upset, and just think, is there something I can do different? Is there any truth in this? Because everyone's a critic, remember. And not everyone is going to think you sound as good as you do. Just remember that. Okay. So, not saying you're not talented, not saying any of that, but just saying, like, everyone's a critic. And, not everyone is going to think you sound as good as you think you sound. So, just keep that in mind. Okay. So use it, receive it, use it, but do not, you know, have a plate at the table. Don't let it get in the bed with you. Don't let it creep in your mind and stay there. Don't do that. Receive it, think about it, let it go. Use it. Okay. So, because the last thing you want to do is let it hinder your creative pursuits. You don't want to do that. Okay. Not everyone is going to like what you do. That's just it. So, just as long as you're okay with that and not everyone's going to like what you do. So that doesn't mean you're supposed to stop. That doesn't mean, just don't let it hinder you. Okay, just keep going. Okay, just keep at it. Of course, there are things that we can do. I'm sorry for all that noise. Okay, so so there are things that we can do to improve whatever craft it is that we're doing. There's always room for improvement. So when you get that harsh criticism, use it to your advantage. Okay, it really does help. It is definitely valuable feedback. Just like constructive criticism, for example. That's when you may receive feedback about, well, it was good, but maybe if you tweak this or you do this or that differently, this is how it can be better. So it doesn't matter whether it's harsh criticism or it's constructive criticism. You can use both to your advantage. Remember that. Okay, but please don't let it, don't ruminate over it and, just let it play over and over and just receive it. Think about it. If you need to change something, do it. But don't let it ruin things for you. Okay, now we're going to talk about praise. Now, praise, we all know, praise. That's a good thing. And it feels good to receive praise, because you may, it gives you a boost in, your confidence, your self esteem. Also, you feel a sense of accomplishment. and you feel like, you've done something good, you've helped someone. So praise is always good. There's nothing wrong with giving praise or receiving it, nothing wrong at all with it. I just want you to be careful, because, you don't want praise to inflate your ego. Okay, and you're so you get so much praise sometimes that you let it inflate your ego and you get the big head, and then you feel like because you're so good and people are telling you you're so good, that you feel like you don't have to work on your craft or your art, whatever it is. You feel like, oh, I'm so good, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to put any effort into it because I'm that good. So don't let it inflate your ego. Okay. Like I said, praise is good, but we all need to, continue to, work on things, to stay afloat, to improve and get better. So just because, you may get a lot of praise, just be careful. Don't let it, like I said, don't let it boost you up so big to the point where you just, you get sloppy, you get lazy, and you're like, I don't have to put any effort. I don't have to do anything, because it will show. It will show in time. It will show that, wow, what happened? They used to be, they used to be great, or yet they used to be good. What happened? What happened is they got the big head and they felt like, oh, I don't have to make any improvements. I don't have to do anything. And that's not how it works. Okay, we all, there's always something we can improve within ourselves, always. Okay, so be careful with praise. um let's see. And sometimes you can get praised, like some people are attention seekers. Okay, I know it may sound crazy, but it is true. Some people, they crave that attention and they need that validation. So you will find that sometimes people will do things solely with the goal of receiving praise, because they need that from people. They need that validation. They need that to make themselves feel good, to boost their self-esteem and their confidence. They're not feeling that confident about themselves. So they do things so that other people can praise them, and that makes them feel better. That gives them that boost that they need. And, believe it or not, some people do that. It's not far fetched. Okay. So don't be that person who, like, you only want to do something. If you're going to do something for someone, do it from the heart because you want to do it, not because you want for them to come back to you and say, hey, that was great what you did. Thank you. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but you get what I mean. Some people do it only because they want to be praised. They're seeking that validation. They need that, you know. And then sometimes praise can be disguised as gaslighting. So if someone's praising you, heavily, sometimes that can be that's a form of gaslighting. So be wary of that as well. But praise and criticism, they are both helpful tools, and there's good and there's a bad side of both of those things. Okay, so don't feel bad if someone gives you some bad criticism. Don't feel bad about it. Just like I said, receive it, think about it, use it to your advantage, because you never know. It just may help you, later on in the future down the line. Don't get upset about it. Don't hold a grudge, and, don't, cut somebody out. Like, don't stop calling someone who may say something. Not everyone is going to be a fan of what you do, and it's okay. That is perfectly fine. You don't have to be upset. You don't have to stop being friends with someone. You don't have to take them off your friend list or whatever it is, cut them off from social media, or, take them out of your phone, block them or whatever. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do all that. Okay. It's okay. That doesn't mean they don't love you. It doesn't mean that whatever. Just everyone's not going to be a fan of what you do. Just when you're okay with that and you can accept that, then you'll be much better off. Okay, so just keep doing what you're doing, keep creating, keep practicing. And, if it's something that you love to do, you're doing it from your heart, just continue that, continue it. Okay, that's all I can say. Just continue on. So, again, thank you for watching. And it's wonderful being here with y'all again today. So until next time, stay well and be blessed.